watched yet. I forgot. Alright, what is up? It is early. I saw the sun, and it was. Yeah, I literally just woke up. I saw the sun, and I was like, alright, we gotta get up. We gotta get up. We're in Miami right now, so we're not sitting in bed. Not today. Alright, so I've been reading this book called Atomic Habits, Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results, and I can't lie. Some great advice already. So I took notes, and a lot of this is kind of gonna be copying from the book, but I know that most of you won't read the book, so just listen to my advice, I guess. All right, so the book is really about like building yourself as a man, and how, yeah, or a woman, and how you're always going to be changing. You're not going to be perfect, but if you do your part every single day, build good habits, you're going to be on the trajectory of success. So if you make small habit changes and then you just stop there, well, it might not work, but I'm just going to tell you the first chapter, the notes. And then if people like this, well, we'll continue to make more. So the first chapter is about the power of habits. And my big takeaway from the book, or the first chapter, the goal cannot be the differentiator between winners and losers. When winners and losers have a common goal in mind, we constantly focus on the winners and their ambitious goals that drove them there. But I would say this is completely false. The losers who gave up or never achieved their goals just had poorer systems than the winners. They both had the same objective, win, make a lot of money, whatever their goal was. They both, well, no. Said that wrong. One got 1% better every single day, and one made substantial changes and couldn't continue those changes on and on and on and on. So that's why, a lot of people say, inputs are going to match the outputs, but some of that is true, some of that's not true. Outputs don't always match the amount of inputs in the act of doing your craft, but they will compound. And it may take a long time to see the results, but eventually those results will show up. It's just a matter of time, a matter of right place, right time, talking to the right person, shaking the right hand. Yeah. And the last thing that absolutely, it was giving me goosebumps when I read it. Do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So if you're not building systems for yourself every single day to get better, then you're not going to be on the trajectory to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So if you were listening to my video last night, I talked about outcome changes, process changes, and identity changes. Honestly, you should set goals for yourself, but don't hold them strict to yourself, all right? Because you need to have process changes, which means change your habits to get there. And in the book, I'll actually read the excerpt because it was actually incredible. The Great Britain biking team. It's about the Great Britain biking team. Let's see if I think it's like a. And after this, I'm gonna read a little bit more because I love it. All right, here we go. Every Olympian wants to win a gold medal. Every candidate wants to get the job. And if successful and unsuccessful people share the same goals, then the goal cannot be what differentiates the winners from the losers. It wasn't the goal of winning the Tour de France that propelled the British cyclists to the top. Presumably, they had wanted to win the race every year before, just like every other professional team. The goal had always been that. It's that they implemented. I'm going to say that over again. It was only when they implemented a system of continuous small improvements that they achieved a different outcome. And I'll go into the systems that they did. They were like OD about every single small detail. And honestly, you gotta be like that too sometimes. But don't drive it to a level of insanity, I would say. Just don't go crazy. But you have to be obsessed. You have to be obsessed. I will say that. Where is it, bro? Alright, I don't really care. Basically, like, they would change their clothing, they would change their, like, massage gel for recovery time. They tested different massage gels for what gave the best recovery time. They changed their suits for the best aerodynamicness, whatever you want to call it. They did all these small little changes every single day, and eventually they won the Tour de France. And in the past, they had never won a Tour de France. It was like, I'd have to look at the stats. I'm not really a biker, but I would like to get into it. It would be pretty sweet. Just never identified it as a biker, really. But they have never won a Tour de France in like 20 years. And then they come in and they win the next 6 just because they were so OD about every single change, and they learned so much, and that what they were doing compounded into them just winning, winning, winning. So that's the advice of the day. And if you like this, follow for more. If you don't, see ya. Or no, if you didn't like this, you probably already scrolled off, so I'm not even worried. Not even worried. Have a great one.